He authorises about 20 scholarships where we meet the expenses of that cohort of 20 to 30-year-olds who are showing some interest and some leadership to bring them to that two-day conference in Canberra each year as we look at various aspects of agriculture. So a focus on bringing the young people through, telling them not to be scared if they're meeting a premier, a deputy premier, a would-be premier, a senator, give them that interface earlier. And there are 12 senators for the state of Victoria. That's the second thing. In my view, you underutilise the members of the upper house, state, and the senators. They are, in recesses, within reason, more readily available. They ought to accept an invitation for a VFF seminar on parliamentary processes, workings, lobbying and the like, where you have a senator from either side and an upper house member from either side to sit down with 30 or 40 younger delegates of the VFF. But a more broader issue is, I've got to say that we are off the pace at the moment with Australian politics, not as bad as Great Britain and not as bad as the United States of America. I can't quite put my finger on it, but if you wanted me to give one real reason as I close up, it is the advent of 24/7 media cycles and social media, which means on any reasonable issue, immediately the opinion goes out to extreme on one side of the argument and the extreme on the other, and no one's prepared to look at a central dimension. Say if you were putting up a paper where you do have dual carriage highway of 120 kilometres an hour in daylight hours, which must be as safe as 110 kilometres an hour at midnight, all other factors concerned. Now immediately the VFF or anyone floated that, straight away the trolls would go out one way saying you're supporting more coffins from the highways. The other trolls would go out and say, well, why not unlimited like Germany? We can drive at 140, 150, 160 kilometres an hour on autobahns. So it's a different era to when I was there. People say, oh, Tom Howard is wonderful. Less so, Tim Fischer, but never mind. We were in a different era. We were in a circumstance where there was no Twitter. There was no Facebook. There was no trolls immediately pushing out every argument to extreme. So in conclusion, I say don't give up on democracy. As Churchill said, it is the least worst form of government. It's better than all the alternatives, and it damn well is. Now let's make it work better by a bigger interface with your members, particularly your upper house members, often neglected in this equation, and bring along the younger people, the younger delegates, as part of doing that. Good luck.